Homegirl podcast, where your homegirl talks about the wins, the struggles, and the beauty of the creative journey. Y'all, I'm so excited to have you guys here. It's the first episode. I am so excited. I have been working on this project for, I guess now when you guys see it, for about 4 months. And it took so much patience with myself and with the process and with all these ideas I had. And now we're here. I'm so excited. Deciding whether I wanted to start this podcast was quite nerve-wracking for me because I'm really not a public speaker. I really don't do that, okay? I am a singer, child. I write songs, paper and pen. But I had this idea. It was burning in my spirit, so I knew I had to pull out this mic to talk on, not just sing. So here we are, and I'm so excited. I have so much to talk about with y'all. So today, for the first episode, I wanted to set the tone and allow you guys to get to know a bit more about me and my personal creative journey, which, baby, it's been a ride. It's been a ride, honey. But we here, and I live to talk about it. So let's get into it. I've been surrounded by music for as long as I remember. I grew up in a musical household. My dad and my mom owned a recording label. Well, a recording studio and a label. They had a label and they had artists under them. My dad's an audio engineer, Grammy Award winning. Hello, thank you. My mom is an amazing singer. She ran the label. She was my vocal coach growing up. She did not play at all. And they built a career in music on their own from the ground up. I was literally almost born in the studio. That's how day one I am with this music shit, okay? That's how day one I am. Some of my earliest memories are me leaving the studio, going straight to school, or leaving school and going straight to the studio and being surrounded by all these incredible musicians and incredible singers and being like, wow, I want to do this. I think I could do this. Can I do this? We gonna do this. And then I started telling people I was gonna do it. I was like, yeah, I want to be a singer when I grow up. I've been telling people that since I was 10 years old. And I told my parents and they're like, oh my goodness, you want to do music? No, you don't. I was like, yeah, I do. Now I completely understand why they said that. But at the time, I'm like, no, baby, I'm going to be a superstar. Y'all don't understand. I'm a singer. I'm a songwriter. I'm a producer. I'm all that. Performer, baby. So I was dead set on that from a very young age. I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I never strayed from that. Like, throughout my years, I have done countless shows, countless YouTube shows, countless covers, countless collaborations. I have, everything that I have done has been in pursuit of this one dream that I have had since I was a little girl, and that is being an artist and a working creative in the music industry. Now, I had the desire at a young age, but I didn't know I could actually do it for real until I really got out there and I started singing for people and I started working on my craft more and, got in vocal lessons and all that and did performances and sang in church. My mother was also directing us in the children's choir. I'm telling you, she did not play. She did not play at all. But it really shaped how I viewed my craft, my talent. And once I saw other people reacting to it like, oh, maybe I really can do this. Like I said I was gonna do it, but y'all seem to really be enjoying this. Y'all think your girl is good. So of course that made me just kind of dive into it deeper. So eventually that passion led me from Dallas, Texas. Did I tell y'all I was from Dallas, Texas? I am. Yes. Come on, Texas girl. But it led me from Dallas, Texas to LA, where I was, bright-eyed and ready for all my dreams to come true, baby. But little did I know it was about to test every ounce of determination that I had. I moved to LA kind of in the middle of the pandemic because the rent was cheap and your girl had money at that time. Y'all know we were guapped up in the middle of the pandemic. Baby, we had money. And I was like, it's now or never. Like, I don't know when I'll have, the resources and a way to do this. So I leaped out on faith. I thought I had a job when I got there. When I got there, the job fell through. Pandemic. Exactly. So I was kind of just winging it. I was really, scared. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna survive. I don't know how I'm gonna pay my rent. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. How am I gonna get in all these rooms to show these people that I'm hard and they need to fuck with me? How do I show them that? Luckily, I had people in LA already who believed in my talent, wanted to help me with my talent, and immediately got me in rooms. I'm talking first week, I think I was in with Rico Nasty. I was over at TDE working on some stuff. I was already in the mix, honey. I was like, oh yeah, this about to happen for me. And sure enough, little by little, placements started to roll in. I started meeting people who said I should meet other people, who led to other opportunities, like being signed to my first publishing label and getting my first publishing deal and having management that believed in me and all the things. They came. Oh, and a Grammy nom. Did I say that? Yeah. All the things, they rolled in and it was amazing. I think I knew in my spirit that all those things were supposed to happen for me, but I think in reality, I just didn't expect it. And in a way, I didn't feel worthy of it. It's like when you are going from making music in your bedroom to now you're in a studio with Babyface, where he looking at you and asking you for advice or what we should do with the song and telling people you are the amazing songwriter. Baby, that's a whole nother level of pressure. And I was not prepared at all for it. But we still pushed through. Yes, we did, because we're not about to fumble the bag. On the outside, it looked like I was winning. Like I had all these accomplishments. I checked off all the boxes, all the things I said I was coming out there to do. I did. And I was thriving and flourishing within that space. But inside, I still felt very unheard, unseen, like invisible in a way. I just felt like there was still a piece that I was supposed to be doing to fulfill my purpose that was not really being fulfilled. And to be quite honest, the music industry is not as glamorous as I kind of romanticized as a child. So entering into it with all these preconceived notions and thinking that this is how things are going to go and this is how things are supposed to go, it was a bit of a learning curve for me. Just learning how the industry moved, how politics work, how people see you as a songwriter, the payment structure or lack thereof. You feel me? It was a lot I just was not privy to and exposed to very fast and all at once. So it got to a point where I'll never forget. I was in a studio session and it was this producer that I had worked with a few times before. And he was kind of like, so how many sessions you doing now? I know you just got signed, you lit. How many sessions are you doing like a week? And I was like, I'm doing a lot. I'm doing like 6-7 sessions a week. And that's no exaggeration. I was doing 6-7 sessions a week. I'm outside. Like, I'm outside with it. Let's get to the bag. And I'll never forget, he was like, whoa, really? You need to slow down. Don't forget you're not a machine. Don't let these people turn you into a factory, burn you out, won't have no more words to say. You need to slow down. That stuck with me because I felt like in that moment, I was already getting a bit burnt out. I felt like I was like kind of running on steam, but still pushing through, you know? And outside of the workload being a lot, I mean, you know, most people who work regular jobs, it's 9 to 5, 8 hours, you done, okay? But in music, you could be there all night. Ain't no just 8 hours. Is whenever we get it done, whenever we finish it, whenever the artist's ready to leave, really. You could be there for 15 hours. You never know. It can be very tiring, very fulfilling because, you know, I love music, so it doesn't feel like a job, but it is still very tiring. When you're dealing with that and on top of that, not feeling as valued in a way, I think, you know, how the music industry views songwriters, that's another video. We'll get into it. But it's in a way that's very dismissive, and we are the little people in the music world. We are the little people. We are at the bottom of the totem pole. And on top of that, no one wants to pay us. No one likes to pay songwriters. They don't see it as valuable, and they don't see it as a thing that you have to do. So they don't most of the times. So with that recipe of things, baby, I was tired. I was tired. I spent so many nights with myself thinking, okay, you came out here and you said, I want to be a singer, an artist, and a songwriter. Whichever one happens first, we'll go with that. You're a songwriter. You got Grammy nominated. You got signed. You did it, girl. You did everything that you checked it off what you wanted to do. What else? What are you neglecting? And at that time, I had realized I hadn't really released a project. People keep asking, where the project? Baby, I don't even know. I was like, I don't know. I'm working on everything else. I'm trying to pay bills. I'm not worried about a damn project. But it's something that I still cared about. And I was acknowledging that I had kind of forgot about that, my personal endeavors and what I really wanted to do, and kind of put that to the wayside, just operating out of fear and feeling like I have to do all these things now, because if I don't, then I'm going to like fail and I'm not going to succeed and I'm going to be an embarrassment and people are going to talk about me, and that whole loop of bullshit. So I had to have a real talk with myself and say, what do you want? What do you want to do? You're not getting any younger, you know. What do you want to do? And at what point do you prioritize that? And so I said, okay, well, one thing I want is to keep pursuing music. It's a part of my DNA. It's what keeps me waking up in the morning. I love it. It's a passion for me. It'll never leave me. I want to keep making music. What else do you want to do? I said, okay. So we want to keep making music. You want to do your own project? I do want to do my own project. I want time to just even develop as an artist, to create a project that I would be so immensely proud of that I would promote the hell out of it. You know, I want that. Okay, cool. What else you want? I want to be sane. I've lost my mind out here, operating out of fear and being in survival mode. I want my mind back. I would love to be sane. I would love a piece of peace. Okay, you want some of that. Okay, what else do you want? I would love a family. I would love to be around my family. I would love to expand that portion of my life that I haven't been able to really lean into as much. What else you want? I want money. I would love a coin or two or three or a million. I need that bag. Yeah, I want that. I want to be able to live comfortably and not have to worry about how much money is in my bank account. I want financial stability. Okay, cool. You want all these things. How you gonna do it? This is how conversations with myself usually go. And it sucks because it's like I have to answer every question that I ask myself. And I don't be having the answers. But myself said to self, how you gonna do it? So I made a choice. I left LA. Plainly. Okay. No, I'm not going to be one of those people that bash LA and like, LA is horrible. I hated it. Everyone wants to be famous and no one cares about you. They just want to use you. Newsflash, y'all. Most people in this economy, in this day and age, baby, if they don't know you already, they're probably looking at what value you're going to bring to their life and or pockets. Y'all know the economy is messed up right now. Come on now. Y'all stop. But anyway, I love LA. I still have so much immense love for LA. I'm still traveling back and forth to LA, but I made the choice to leave and return back to my hometown. Now, the return back to my hometown part, not as easy, okay? That wasn't as easy. That was much harder than I anticipated. At first, I thought, oh, this will be great. I will be near family. I'm going to be around, a city that I know and love, friends. Great. Baby, the funny thing about time, it moves fast and things change. So a place that you once remembered may not be the same place it was when you were there. So that was a whole learning curve for me, being back in my hometown and feeling a little weird about it, honestly. You know, we can speak honest, we family. I made that choice for myself, but other people may not understand why I made that choice. It's a lot of, oh, you left LA. What happened? You broke. You ain't got no money. No one was asking, how's your mental? So, you know, I'm met with all these questions and all these preconceived thoughts and assumptions that people are making. And while I know why I made the choice, it still came with a bit of shame from just what other people thought about me and my career. I constantly found myself initially when I moved back thinking, oh, people are going to think it's over for me. People are going to think I've given up. People are going to think I wasn't good enough. People are going to think, oh, I'm a one-hit wonder. I'll never have another, successful run like that again. I was thinking, oh, people are going to forget about me. People are going to think I wasn't made for it. People are going to think all of these things. I just had all of these things in my mind that were lies. They were lies, whether they were actually happening or not. They were lies to my story. They weren't the truth as far as my journey, but I was thinking these things and they were affecting me greatly. It really for a moment had me stuck in a space where I'm like, okay, maybe that is the case. Maybe I have given up. Maybe I do need to give up. Maybe I'll never accomplish anything else ever again. Maybe I'll never, just making up. I'm thinking of all type of stuff. But then I had to sit down and say, you know what? No matter what people are saying, no matter what people think, no matter what you think about yourself because of the situation, you know what is true? You know what is true? You still talented as fuck. I mean, like, girl, you're really her. You're really her. That never changed. Like, your location changed. Your pockets may have changed. The people around you may have changed. But you know what ain't changed? You still that bitch. Start acting like it. Start acting like it. So I said, okay, I came here for a rebirth personally, for personal growth, a rebirth creatively, and a rebirth spiritually. I wanted to get closer to God as well. So I said, okay, this is why you came. This is why you're here. Focus on that. Focus on that. Focus on that. Your own intentions, your own truth, your own journey. And so now we here, shit. Now we here. Now I got a podcast mic in front of my face and y'all in front of me watching me on YouTube. Yep, now we here. Before, the idea of starting over was so daunting to me, so embarrassing to me, so just something that I really didn't want to do. And it kind of just feels like you're a failure. Having to start over, that means, okay, something had to end. That's a fail. But it's really not that. It's really not that. I was speaking to someone else that is a creative and a bit older than me, and he was saying, girl, there's been 10 different versions of me. I've started over 20 different times. That's what life is about. That's what life is about. It's about trying things. If it doesn't work out the best way for you, you adjust. The blessing and the beauty is in being aware enough to adjust. That's the beauty of it. Knowing that you need to start over. That is wisdom. That is favor. That is a signal that it will get better and you are still on the journey and the path that you're destined to be on. That will eventually get you to where you want to be. So now I'm here. I'm in a much better space mentally. And I can say starting over for me was not failure. It was freedom. This is just the beginning of my journey as your new favorite creative homegirl. I will be sharing more in future episodes, more stories, more insights, more advice, more conversation. I'm hoping to have other creatives come on and speak with me about their own personal journeys. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And if this inspired you at all, hit that subscribe button and turn them notifications on, because how you gonna know when I drop? comment. Let me know what you thought about today's episode. Share it with your friends, share it with your family that you think would enjoy a podcast or series like this. I'm very excited about this journey and building this community of creatives that can just keep it real, and we can talk real about this journey. Everybody want to make it look like chains and beautiful makeup and glitz and glam, but we know what it really is. Sometimes it's that, and sometimes it's not glamorous at all. But I've made the Creative Homegirl to be a space where we can encourage each other and speak just truthfully about how we're feeling within our journeys. So I'm LaVoyce, your Creative Homegirl, reminding you the journey is just as important as the destination.